Hi vlog, welcome back to another episode. Okay, we've officially made it to the Cape, but it was not without drama. If you watched my last YouTube video, then you know that we had some issues with one of our last rentals where we got scammed out of the apartment we were gonna stay in, and then from there we lived in a hostel, 2 hotels, and 2 Airbnbs, one of which you just saw. So when we were checking out of that Airbnb, getting ready to move to the Cape, we got a text from who would have been our landlord saying that there was a death in the family, which is sad, but that he was no longer going to be renting out the property. So he canceled on us hours before we were supposed to move in, and we were going to be renting that place for 2 months. So since we were already packed up and ready to leave our last Airbnb, we just hopped on Airbnb again and booked another one for a couple of weeks while we figure out where we want to actually stay for the rest of our time here on the Cape, because we'll be here until October. So Jill and I are gonna go to dinner at this restaurant called Blue. It's Sunday night and it's a beautiful day. We got here last night, so we just kind of want to get out and check out the area a little bit that we're in, because we're staying in Mashpee for probably a week or 2, but I doubt we'll stay in this area, so we just want to explore it a little bit. And this is the outfit. I don't know if you can see this, but the top is, well, the whole outfit's Reformation. Top is Reformation. The skirt, which you can't see, but I'll show you in a second, is just a little silk skirt, also Reformation. A6 shoes. Jewelry is Fraser Sterling, Vivienne Westwood, love AJ. And yeah, so we're gonna go to dinner. We're gonna have some wine on the patio before we go. Good morning vlog. Jill and I are just gonna go for a quick run around our neighborhood in the Mashpee area. So I'm gonna take you guys with, because the area is really, really cute. We're gonna go for a run. It was raining earlier, but it finally stopped, so perfect time to go. Really quickly, if you have not heard of these are my favorite little energy drinks. It's caffeinated green tea, but they're better for you than an actual energy drink. It has green tea, Elf, I don't know how to say this, L-theanine, biotin, B6, B12. Highly recommend these. This is my favorite flavor. It's the mango. I also have a peach that I really love. And my set is from Gymshark. So let's go. Okay, Jill was called out of work today. Called off. That's not what I said.
Called out.
Called out, called off. Is that the same thing?
Called
Semantics. Okay, well, so we're gonna go on a little walk around the neighborhood. And, oh, okay, we got these cups at Noble Castella in Boston, and the amount of joy just having something like this to do my kombucha walk-in. Unprecedented. It is unmatched. So if you can get your hands on, I'm sure they have these on Amazon. But like, why wouldn't you want to use one of these? Why use a regular cup when you can use a teddy bear?
Can't be anyone we'd like to be. All those happy people.
Morning. We are going to Hyannis. Jill has to go do her drug testing for work, which she's already done twice in Boston, but for some reason in transit, the samples are sitting on the truck too long, so they get deemed invalid. It's really annoying and frustrating for her because now this is the third time she's had to do her drug tests, and obviously it affects her start dates. She was supposed to work last night, but that is why she was called out. So yeah, we're gonna go to Hyannis. She's gonna do her drug test, then we're gonna go find some coffee. I love Hyannis. It's such a pretty little town. Also, for anyone wondering, it is where you can ferry to Nantucket and Martha's Vineyard. It's like 8 o'clock right now, so. I have not unpacked because we are only gonna be in this place for maybe another week and a half. I didn't want to unpack fully because that's a lot of work. So we just pulled out some basics. So the top is Joa Brown, jeans, our Citizens of Humanity. I have them in white and tan. Great little basics. Yeah, so let's go to Hyannis. Working nights the rest of the week, so we're just gonna meal prep some really easy egg sandwiches for her to take to work with her. These are really easy. We're gonna use a muffin tin for the egg part, and then she can just pre-make everything and take them with her to work. So that's what we're doing first. so those got much more puffed up than intended, but still stunning. Next, we are gonna make a summer lasagna. Why is it a summer lasagna, Jill?
Because it has squash and zucchini and tomatoes in it.
Beautiful. So that's for dinner. We're making summer lasagna for dinner. We have our zucchini going here and our tomatoes sauteing over there. Just waiting for the water to boil for our noodles. And we have to make our ricotta cheese sauce. It's not a sauce, but... For the cherry tomatoes, we're just sauteing them down, and then we're gonna add garlic and basil. And the zucchini is just sauteing in olive oil and salt. Hi guys, it's Sunday. We've officially been here for 1 week, survived a week. But Jill actually has tonight off. She worked the last 3 nights. So we are gonna walk down the street to the local little brewery called Knockabout Brewery. I saw online that the owner's dad used to come home from work and say he was taking off his workabouts and putting on his knockabouts, and that is how the name of the brewery came about. So it's supposed to be like the thing that you go do for fun after the thing that you have to do, the knockabouts. Cute little story. Jill has to work again the next 4 nights, so we're taking advantage. This is the outfit. The top is from this brand called Wrong Sense. Originally got it for Indy 500, never wore it, so we're using it now. Jeans are Citizens of Humanity. You saw me wear the same pair in black earlier in the week. I also have them in tan. They're my favorite right now. Let's go to the brewery. Walking to the local brewery. It is called Knockabout Brewery. We're gonna go have a little drink.
A post first week celebration.
Yeah, celebrate we survived this first week. It was really difficult for me, but Jill survived the first week. You had a rough couple of shifts.
Terrible shift.
You know, I've listened to her stories about things that they have to do as nurses, and I'm like, thank God I'm not. I would not be okay.